getting put on the game at 7th grade by accident, that doesn't happen. Things like that don't happen, right? Like, that's more of a choice. That shouldn't be something that goes down. Well, in my case, that's exactly what went down. So sit back, relax. Thank you for everybody who continues to show support. And, even if you don't follow me, but you watch my videos, I appreciate it just as much. But I would the sub means a lot. But either way, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. So, this and a special shout out to the people that are no longer with us, that should be with us, that missed out on so much. I go into that every time, and I don't care if that makes you feel a certain type of way. They deserve a shout out. So, it's 7th grade. I always had a skateboard. Like, I think fifth, sixth grade is when I started skateboarding, right? And I was talking to a girl. I will call her Annie, okay? And she went out of town, and I don't know how I had this kind of game, because I'm horrible with like, I don't know. I must have just had a super bomb personality, because I definitely was not no Rico Suave or whatever the fuck. But this girl bought me a brand new, complete skateboard, like brand new everything, and not like a Target board that's wrapped in like cellophane or whatever. Like, she legitimately went to a skate shop and bought me a Baker skateboard, which is like top of the, this is 15 years ago. That was like top of the line back then. Every single part of that board was top of the line. So, and it was cool. It was like a red, white, and blue, like spray painted, like Baker, Baker, Baker. Like, it was really cool. I've never seen another board like that. So we were leaving, or we actually ditched that day. We ditched summer school at Grip, but even on days that we did go to summer school, the routine was kind of like, all right, we're going to go over to the homie Jeremy's house and we're going to go smoke. And I couldn't name the number of times that we did that. Like, I have so many stories just from that are hilarious, but I'll stay where I am right now. So, we're going to his house, and we're that was the, like I said, that was the norm. It was just like, go smoke at the homie's house. So on the way there, this fool wants to ride my skateboard, and he's not like, he's big. He's not, I would never call him fat or any disrespectful term like that. He's just a bigger guy. Okay? So he wanted to ride my skateboard. And, me, I'm like, sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen, right? So I'm like, sure, here. And I hand him my skateboard. And he puts it on the ground. And when he steps on the skateboard, he steps on it with too much of his weight back. So, I don't know if you've ever done that. I certainly have. But what happens is, basically, your skateboard gets slingshotted from the weight of your body being on the end of the board. The board just goes shooting out. And just my luck, there's a gigantic gutter that's literally like and of course, since it's a new board, it's not going to have turns and whatever. Like, it was going to go straight. So I literally watched my brand new board that I didn't even have for like a week or something, and I saw it go into the gutter. Literally went inside the gutter. So, like, my homie's tripping, like, he's trying to say, he'll get me back, and like, he'll make it right and all this stuff. And that was my boy. I took him for his word, so there was no reason for me, like, not to believe him. So, like, The crazy part is I went back to try to get that skateboard, and I used the scooter. You know how scooters have that thing that adjusts the like height, and it has like, it's like a little like hook type thing like that. I took a scooter and I used that part, and I used it to take off the manhole, and I literally went down into that shit. And it was clean. It was surprisingly very clean. Like, but my skateboard was not in there. So I was confused as fuck at that moment. I was like, where the hell could it have gone? But there was like this little like hole type tunnel type thing that, just my luck, it would end up hitting a wall, landing on the wheels, and then just riding straight into a tunnel. I don't know. But the cops came, and they actually were like, "What are you doing?" And like they had to like ask me all these questions, and I had to tell them that what happened and that I was trying to get my skateboard back. And he was like, "Yeah, we've been getting calls of people uh like he thought I was a fucking teenage mutant ninja turtle or some shit, you know what I mean?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can't be doing that. You're gonna need to put that manhole back, blah blah blah." So I put it back and I walked home, and I just remember feeling like pretty shitty about it. Like, especially a brand new, I didn't even get to have that skateboard for fucking 2 weeks, you know? And it wasn't just, like I said before, it was a good skateboard. Like, it was something that someone took time to say, what's the best of this? What's the best of this? What's the best of this? It probably costed like $200, honestly. So, my board, it went down into the sewer, and I can't find it. And my boy, like, he's saying, like, don't trip, don't trip, don't trip. And one day I come to school, and he has this thing wrapped up in aluminum foil, and he puts it in my backpack when my backpack is on my back. And he literally just tells me, go meet this person at this restaurant. They're going to give you money, and that's going to count towards me trying to pay you back. And I was like, all right, cool. And I ended up doing that a couple more times. And by the time that, like, I had enough money to get my board, I could have got a board even nicer than the one that I lost. By the time that all of that fast money was coming in, the less I gave a shit about skating, to the point where, like, I would still skate, but I was one of those guys that would like sit around at the skate park, or like smoke a blunt at the skate park or some shit like that. I used to be one of the kids that just wanted to go and skate and whatever, but just like that kind of took over my life. And I don't blame anybody but myself, because I got greedy with the money, that it was coming so easy and fast that, like, I made my money back in like a week or something to get a new skateboard. But it was like, once I got a taste of that quick money, I didn't want to stop. And I literally continued that on for fucking over a decade, probably closer to 2 decades. So, anyways, that's how I got literally dropped into the game. You can believe me, you cannot believe me, whatever, but that's exactly what happened. And I have witnesses that can back that up. So, whatever. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good one, and I will see you tomorrow.